back to my channel. So today we're going to be making 3 high protein snacks that's going to make it so much more easier for you to reach your protein goals for the day. So the first thing we're going to be making are these delicious, chewy, high protein date and banana cookies. They're so delicious and they're literally so easy to make. You'll see now. So we're going to get straight into the video, and you'll have also another 2 recipes that you'll have up your sleeve whenever you need some extra protein in the day. Okay, so in the bowl you're going to add 2 ripe bananas. The more ripe the better, because the more ripe they are, the more sweet they are. And the bananas, not only do they taste good, but they're also going to bind the cookies together. So you're just going to mash up the bananas until it's a nice liquidy consistency. So you want it to look something like this. So now we're going to roughly chop 4 dates. Never forget to take the pips out. And I like to use medjool dates. They're a little bit more expensive, but they're just a much better date, and they kind of taste like caramel to me, so I really love the medjool dates. Dates are so good for you. They're really good if you're pregnant or if you're planning to give birth. Extremely good for balancing your hormones. The thing with grapes, they're grown near seawater, so they're incredibly good for you because of all the minerals from the seawater. Just like how sea salt has lots of minerals in it, it's the same kind of thing with the dates. Have I been saying grapes? I meant dates. If I said grapes, I meant dates. Right, so just give them a rough chop because you kind of want them to still maintain some of their texture. Now we're going to add 1 scoop of blessed protein. I like the blessed gains because it has a lot more protein per scoop. And I find the texture of this protein powder is really good for baking as well. If you want to try this protein powder or any of the blessed protein powder, you can use my discount code BELLE, B-E-L-L-E, on the EHP Labs website. So about 1 cup of the oats. And then we'll add some chia seeds for the extra omega-3 fatty acids. Also, it helps to bind the cookies together as well. So just about 1 tablespoon of the chia seeds. And I'm going to mix it together and see what the consistency is looking like. And then also about a tablespoon of buckwheat flour. So this recipe is actually gluten-free, and this buckwheat flour is actually gluten-free as well. So if you're looking to bake with less gluten, buckwheat flour is a really good alternative because it tastes very similar to flour and it's really good for you. So about 1 tablespoon, and then about a teaspoon of bicarb. So we want the mixture to be quite dry, but not too dry, because they are cookies, it's not a cake. We're going to add just a tiny bit of soy milk. No more than that. And if you're thinking this isn't sweet, the protein powder actually adds a lot of sweetness as well. That's why I really recommend the blessed protein, because it's sweet, but it's not artificially sweetened. You want a consistency just like that. And now we're just going to add some chopped chocolate as well, because I love chocolate chips in my cookies. Completely optional, you don't have to add the chocolate. For some extra crunch and magnesium, I like to add some pepita seeds. So if you're working out, you're finding it hard to sleep and your hormones are a little bit off balance, the magnesium from the pepita seeds are really good for you. And then I'm going to add this vegan white chocolate from Loving Earth. You can add dark chocolate if you like, but I just like with this because it's kind of got that caramelly flavor. I like the white chocolate. So just give that a quick stir. So you should have something like that. Okay, so you're gonna line your tray with baking paper, and then I like to spray some olive oil spray. So we can get even sizes for the cookies. I like to use an ice cream scoop, and that would ensure that you get even sized cookies. See? All the same size, because if I'm just scooping it out, one's going to be like this big and one's going to be this big, and that's not how we bake, okay? We're professional bakers over here. So it should look something like this. I get the back of the ice cream scoop and I just do that. Actually, I spray it with oil first so it doesn't stick. And I just do that. So these are going straight in the oven, and the oven's at 180 degrees Celsius and for about 15 to 20 minutes. So when they're at the 15-minute mark, just check them. Also, the best thing about vegan baking is you can lick the spoon and you don't have to be worried about getting salmonella because there's no raw egg in here. So I'll be enjoying this. Thank you very much. Time for the taste test. Oh my gosh, these are so gooey and like caramelly. I love when you add dates to cookies. And you can just see the white chocolate just melted in there. I can't wait. You got the crunchiness from the pepita seeds and then like the softness of the cookie in the middle. It's like a cake, it's so good. Okay, so the second high protein snack we're gonna make are these delicious crunchy garlicky bruschettas. And the key ingredient is high quality bread and then the tofu ricotta that we're gonna lay it with, and that's what's gonna make it high protein. Okay, so first things first, we're gonna marinate the tomatoes. I'm just using grape tomatoes. Ooh. Okay, bad move. I like the grape tomatoes because they've got such a beautiful sweetness to them. Like the small cherry tomatoes are just so much more sweeter in my opinion. And then ideally you want to use red onion, but I've only got white onion with me, so we're gonna only use about 1/4 of the onion. So you want to dice it very finely. I'm gonna use about half of this, so about 1 tablespoon of the onion actually, just that much. I'm just gonna grate in 1 clove of garlic. I like grating it because you don't get those big chunks of garlic. Now we're gonna add about 1/2 teaspoon of good quality sea salt, about 1 tablespoon of the balsamic, some good quality olive oil. I love spicy food, so I'm definitely going to add some chili flakes, some oregano. I actually ran out of black pepper, but some black pepper definitely in this is nice. And we're just going to give it a stir. And we're going to let that marinate while we prepare our tofu ricotta. So this is definitely a vegan recipe that you should keep up your sleeve because this tofu ricotta is so delicious. I use it to spread it on toast. I use it to top my pasta with it. There's so many things you can use it for. And it honestly, because I was non-vegan before, so honestly it tastes exactly like ricotta. So all it is 1/2 block of tofu in a blender cup. Just crumble that in. Then we're gonna do about 1/2 teaspoon of sea salt, a little bit more. And this may seem weird, but the tiniest little dash of maple syrup. Because I don't know if you've had ricotta, but it has a kind of slight sweetness to it. So we've got the maple syrup and then nutritional yeast. About 1/2 tablespoon of the nutritional yeast. And then we're going to add about a dash of really good quality soy milk. Just a tiny amount, just literally a teaspoon of white vinegar. And that gives it that tanginess so it tastes like real cheese. Alright, so we're just gonna blend that and okay, so that's just come out of the blender, so you should get something like this. It's a beautiful creamy consistency. And it literally tastes exactly like ricotta. I want to use a really good quality bread, so I like to use this sprouted loaf. I spoke about it in my previous video, but this one's basically, it's gluten-free, it's obviously vegan. It's really high in fiber, so it's really good for your digestion, and it actually doesn't make me bloated. It has so many great ingredients. Such a nice texture, like it really tastes like you wouldn't know this isn't real bread. So I like to keep mine in the freezer, so it can last me a little bit longer. I'm just gonna pop 2 slices in the toaster. So I'm actually growing these gorgeous micro herbs in the garden. So I thought they'd be really pretty to top the toast with. So I'm just gonna grab some. Okay, so we're just gonna layer the beautiful vegan ricotta. And the marinated tomatoes. Try not to get too much juice because it'll make the bread soggy. Yum, I can't wait to dig in. It's just so good. There's so many flavors. It literally takes like 5 seconds to make. Okay, so the last high protein snack are going to be these delicious, crunchy, smashed cucumber and edamame snack pots. Okay, so first things first, we're going to get our frozen edamame. I just get this from the freezer section at the grocery store. And we're going to heat it through in the microwave for about 3 minutes with just a pinch of salt. Stab some holes in there so the air can circulate. Okay, so we're going to cut our cucumbers now. Okay, so what you want to do is just cut them in half and then get the back of the knife and then just go like this. The reason why we're smashing them is when you smash cucumbers, it changes the texture, then it just makes the ingredients a little bit easier to absorb. So then we're going to go cut it in half lengthways and then just chop it into chunks. Okay, so now that the edamame has been steamed, we're going to add our cucumber, some soy sauce, sesame oil, 3 tablespoons of rice wine vinegar, garlic granules, a dash of maple syrup. I like the spice, so I'm going to add some chili flakes, optional of course, seaweed and sesame seed mix. I'm going to give that a really good mix. These look so good, so fresh as well. I love these Japanese flavors together, and the crunch from the cucumber and the soft edamame beans. This is like literally the perfect snack, especially when the weather's about to get warmer. Thank you guys so much for watching my YouTube video. Hopefully you've got some inspiration from these recipes to add some extra protein into your diet. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next video. See ya!